Ayo, what's going on, you guys? Akinawan here, and today I am bringing you guys a brand new video, and I want to talk about the future of Clash of Clans, and most importantly, the future of walls in Clash of Clans. Um, what can Clash of Clans do to upgrade these walls? As of recently, I feel like I've been pretty decently making good ideas for Clash of Clans. Um, Obviously, no update has yet happened where any of my ideas have come to life. But I would greatly like to add a few things here that I think Clash of Clans could do with these walls, and what could make the walls actually useful and actually defensive. Starting off this video here, I have walls merge with bombs. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What kind of thought process is that? How does that come? I'm playing on PC, by the way, so if it's stuttering a little bit, that's why. But hear me out. I think you should be able to merge your bombs and or giant bombs with the walls. Maybe not giant bombs now that I think about it because of RC charge, but maybe your regular bombs then. Now, number one, that's one spot to put your loot in, is in your walls now, because you'll have to merge the bombs with the walls. Number two, I think that once you've merged walls with your bombs, then like an entire row of wall, like an entire, maybe like one bomb will hold like 5 segment of walls, or maybe 10 segments of walls. I don't know. Clash of Clans gets paid millions of dollars, so they can pay somebody in their team to figure that out. I don't get paid enough to do that kind of math. Well, I'm not getting paid at all, obviously. But so with this process, I'm thinking you merge bombs with the walls, and now once you've merged that bomb with the wall, when troops get close to the wall, the bombs inside of the wall kind of detonate, almost like in like Call of Duty when you used to breach like walls and stuff. I mean doors. In Call of Duty when you used to breach like a door, how it explodes. The wall itself necessarily won't explode open, but maybe it can push troops back and kind of maybe stun them. Now, that might be a really broken idea, but in my opinion, I think that it could be something that could be thought about and maybe tested to see how that would work. Obviously, a lot of players aren't like already figuring out how to 3-star in Legends mode, and like there's almost nothing in Clash of Clans that can stop somebody from 3-starring or make it really, really hard to 3-star in Clash of Clans. Obviously, some players have strategies about building bases, which is great. But I don't think that merging walls with bombs, I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think that that could be looked into and maybe even done. With that being said, if not merging traps with walls, then maybe making walls cost 20 million or so per wall. And then with that, since they cost so much per wall, it'll be so hard and so difficult to grind all that loot, and especially for people who like to gem their base, so expensive to gem all those walls. So with that 20 million or so per wall, maybe it can have a small tiny bit of electricity damage, like a small little bubble of electricity damage, either per wall or per few segments of walls. So that way even your walls could be used as a defense, so you could like place walls perfectly to do damage to troops in one way or another. You know what I mean? I don't know, but like for example down here in the base, you see how these walls, like maybe they do a small little orb of damage right here with electricity, like tiny damage, nothing that would kill like a barbarian or archer or goblin even, but in the matter of 3 seconds or so, maybe it will kill a barbarian, archer, or goblin. You know what I mean? Tiny damage, so that way it just adds and does something, because Root Riders just absolutely smash through the wall even at level 1. With that being said, with the Root Riders being brought up, I think that Root Riders should lose the root after 30 seconds or so. Maybe the lower level they are, the less time they have with the root. But the root is technically what smashes through the walls. They're like surfing on a root, right? So either they make it where one root rider can break through one wall, but then people would just use like 4 root riders or 5 root riders, and then that means they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. So I don't know. I was either thinking you make one root rider be able to break only through one wall, and then she like jumps off the root after she breaks a wall. I think that that would be a nice animation too. Or they make it to where the root riders have the root, but the root slowly dips away after 30 seconds. Once again, I do want to throw in my idea of bringing the log traps that are inside of this, the little whatever you even call the clan capital, the log traps. I think that those should also be brought into Clash of Clans, the regular base, just because the log traps are actually broken. They're super broken, especially for root riders or like these like smashed armies that like just come through the base. I think that the log traps would be really good. But yeah, root riders either lose the root after breaking one wall, or completely all of them lose their root after 30 seconds of them being deployed, or whatever time that Clash of Clans can make for them. With all that being said, yeah, walls push back troops once being merged with bombs. I think that that's a super solid idea. Or if not pushing them back, then at least just let us be able to merge the bombs into the walls. So that way, like, guaranteed whatever wall that people are going through, they're going to have to hit those bombs. And that kind of maybe makes it to where your bombs are not so limited because, you know, realistically speaking, how many people's bombs that are on the base actually blow up per attack, you know? So, I don't know. That's just something that I had thought up here. I don't really know what else could be done to make walls actually usable. Of course, Clash of Clans should never remove walls because then it would just be impossible. But yeah, I'm thinking of if they either let us merge bombs with the walls. I don't think spring traps, because spring traps are pretty useful to be by themselves. But also letting us merge bombs with the walls gives us a tiny bit of extra room on your base, to maybe add the log traps or to add different traps, or maybe even a reason to give us more bombs so that way we have more things to upgrade, just like how they gave us new spring trap levels. Now maybe if we merge bombs with the walls, maybe they drop like 5 or 6 new bombs for Town Hall 18, which we would have to upgrade from level 1 all the way to a certain level. Let's see what bombs go to. They go to level 13. So maybe we have to upgrade bombs to level 15 or so, and then we can merge them with the wall. I don't know. That's just a small little thought process that I'm having here, but I feel like it would open up one source of spending loot and another source of keeping your builders going once you're maxed out. And it would also open up the whole process of like upgrading your wall, merging your wall. And maybe merging a bomb with a wall should cost like 20 million or so, because you would be obviously, so, you know, just something new. I did also have a thought process of like merging wizard towers with each other. As you can tell, one wizard tower, like you merge it. I mean, like, okay, so let's think here. When you merge an archer tower with another archer tower, you get a multi-archers, right? What if they let us merge wizard towers, and instead of getting a multi-wizard tower, which would also be broken, what if we got an electro wizard tower? That way they don't have to necessarily bring in a completely new building, but they could just use the wizard towers that we already have, that everyone keeps on the outside of their base to like make players work harder to come to the core. Wizard towers are basically useless and they have a ton of HP. But you merge 2 wizard towers and you make an electro wizard tower. Now that gives us even more room on the base for extra buildings, new buildings. And the electro wizard tower, maybe you can stun troops and slowly like not freeze them necessarily, but maybe even an ice wizard tower. Yeah, so either an electro wizard tower or an ice wizard tower. Maybe they can add both. So then you'll have one regular wizard tower, one ice wizard tower, one electro wizard tower. I could definitely see that happening in Clash of Clans. Or maybe where you can switch it. You can switch the electro wizard tower, the wizard towers, once you merge them. You can switch between, just like how with the multi-gear, you can switch it to fast attack or long range. Maybe they add that with the wizard towers once you merge them. Maybe you have to even merge 3 wizard towers together. And then you can either get a electro wizard tower, ice wizard tower, or a regular multi-wizard tower. I think that would be super broken. And maybe the multi-wizard tower, it has like 2 wizards and they drop in the fire damage just like the fire town hall. and then the Ice Wizard Tower will drop in like a splash bit of ice damage to slow troops down. And then the Rage could counter it, so that way now people maybe instead of bringing one extra Overgrowth, now they have to bring an extra Rage because of the Ice Wizard Tower. Or the Electro Wizard Tower, where it will just completely stun the troop, like make the troop stand completely still, no shooting, no nothing, for just like a second or so, and then it shoots like every 3 seconds or so. I don't know. A bunch of thought process that I'm having here. Also, we're also getting a brand new temp defense. So I'm curious to see what kind of temp defense we're getting added to the game. But also, with all these buildings being taken and put into multis, like, you know, all these buildings and stuff getting merged, maybe another idea that we have or could add is like a barbarian hut or like a goblin hut or even a tombstone where the tombstone, it's like unkillable from troops or something, but you drop it in a certain location, and maybe the more and more enemy troops that die, the skeletons keep going into your tombstone, and then that tombstone eventually spawns like a waves of skeletons that come out, and now your enemy opponent has to maybe bring double poisons, because you guys can all agree no one's ever had to bring double poisons into a raid before. So maybe it just adds a new wave of like, now you have to make a brand new strategy because now you have to deal with a tombstone, and that's going to keep spawning skeletons, and the way to counter that is dropping a poison on it to completely like kill the skeletons off spawn. You know, I feel like that would be pretty broken in my opinion. So yeah, either like a barbarian hut, goblin hut, or like a skeleton, like a tombstone. That way, like, you could replace the temp defense, put the tombstone right here, and it will just keep spawning in skeletons, basically to keep distracting troops so your buildings can finish them off and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I've been having pretty solid ideas here, and I can cook up ideas, dude. If somebody was to say, like, here's a few bucks, like, cook up some ideas and, like, bring new thoughts to us, dude, I generally think I could get paid, you know, to like make up, I mean, not necessarily be able to create these things, but I can definitely give a team ideas of stuff to add. But maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe people can already think of all these ideas, you know. It's just how do we implement them in the game. But if you guys enjoy this video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, so that way I know that you enjoy my ideas, so that way I know that I should keep cooking up ideas for free that I could give to Clash of Clans. This is free knowledge to Clash of Clans. But if they ever do bring in any of these ideas, just remember that I cooked it up. And obviously, I'm the source behind all of these thoughts. I'm not taking these from Reddit or anything like that. I don't even like know how to look at Reddit. I'm just literally using my brain and thinking, how could this game be better? How could the strategies in this game be changed? And stuff like that. Also, I do want to say, to make this video a little bit longer, just in case you feel like you're watching and you want to keep watching, another idea that I have is, why not bring the, oh my god, that stutter is insane. Why not bring these heroes from builder base into the regular base? I feel like that'll also be a solid, you know, like, idea. It would be fun, and maybe the heroes would also be pretty decent on defense. I don't know, just another process. Also, Clash of Clans, if somehow you guys are watching, please let us be able to friendly challenge our friends list. I beg you, and I'm pretty sure anybody that is living in Clash of Clans, or I mean like playing Clash of Clans, begs you. You know, I feel like that's something that we need yesterday. Like, bring that to the game, dude. It's probably not hard. Maybe like 30 minutes of coding or whatever, and let us friendly challenge our friends list. Yeah. Other than that, guys, it's been your boy, Aki911. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoy my ideas, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that way you never miss my videos again. And also drop likes and stuff so that way you keep seeing my content. Thank you guys for watching, and that'll be all. Peace.